Okay, today I'm just going to do a quick video about how to clean Alcantara. Alcantara is basically a cheap form of suede. It's not as strong as suede, so there is a fine line, it's a fine balance of how to sort of clean it without actually doing any damage to it. Probably the first bit of advice I'd give you is don't go out and play football in your new Alcantara boots, which is what I did, and as a result they are in a bit of a mess. So generally, yeah, they're not looking great. But anyway, okay, so what we actually have here is just some leather cleaner, especially designed for Alcantara. You can also use it on suede and nubuck. Also some waterproof protect. It's basically a stain guard. And we also have a soft brush. Again, soft brush. Otherwise you can damage the material, and just something to take the dirt off with. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way a second. Now, again, this is not real suede, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful with this. You actually do have to get quite involved with this. You're going to have to get it quite wet to get this dirt broken down and then drawn out. But at the same time, Alcantara really isn't that strong. The fibres aren't stuck to them, stuck to the leather as well, so they can fall out, they can fluff up. So there is a fine balance that you have to do with this. You are going to have to clean them, but at the same time you don't want to get too much sort of fluffiness after you've finished. So okay, so obviously turn your nozzle to spray. Now we want to, again, we're going to have to get these quite wet, so they're going to look a lot worse before it gets better, but that's what's got to be done. Getting them wet's not going to hurt, but pressing too hard and scrubbing too hard will fluff it up, and it's not a look that we want. So just going to take a little bit of care here, just to try and agitate the dirt so we can try and draw it out. It's best to start off slow, just see what happens, and then we're just going to get our nice clean cloth and just try and draw it out. Again, I'm not pressing too hard. Just got to get that dirt off. Just a bit at a time. Won't take long. You just want to keep doing it basically until you're satisfied that not much dirt's coming off. I think again it's a question of just trying to find the right balance so you don't damage the material, but you get off as much dirt as you're satisfied with, you can handle. You can always do them again, but you just don't want to go too far and damage the material, because obviously that then becomes a problem. if you're not really sure whether they are Alcantara or Suede, you can probably just base it on the price. These were not particularly expensive shoes, so I'm pretty much positive that they're not Suede. Let's just find another clean area of the cloth, see how we're getting on here. Just going to go over the whole thing and then just go under the cloth. Okay, so all we need to do now is completely dry that off. And once it's dry, we'll be able to see how it's looking, and then we can move on from there. What I'll probably do, I've just got a hairdryer here, but I'll probably just dry it up quickly with this. Again, it's Alcantara, so you don't want to be getting it too hot, so just maybe on a medium heat, and just take your time to dry them out, or just dry them out in the sun. Okay, now it's all dry. What you tend to find once you've finished cleaning it and drying it up is it just feels a bit dry, a bit stiff. All the fibres have just gone a bit sort of tough. So what I'm now going to do, what I've just done, is just clean my brush and dried it out, and then I'm just going to use this to bring the nap back up. Again, I'm just going to do this very, very lightly. Just what this will do is, again, it will just, all this is quite flat and stiff, it will just bring the nap back up, it will give it a more balanced look, just make it a bit softer. And so all we're going to do, again, don't press too hard, just going to do it in all directions. And then just finish on the way that it looks the lightest. It's already starting to feel a lot softer. Just give it a bit more of a uniform colour overall. I'm fairly happy with the removal of the dirt. I don't think I'd want to do any more. Generally, you know, there's no real dirt left on them. Maybe not as new looking as they were when I bought them, but certainly a lot better than they were after playing football in them. Okay. Much better. Okay, so if I just sort of zoom in a little bit there, hopefully you can kind of see the dirt is gone, and we've just got a bit more of an even look. Okay, now what we want to do is just get our protector, which does a couple of things really. Firstly, it protects against stains, so it just gives it that barrier, a barrier coat basically. Just gives you a few extra seconds to wipe up any spillages. Obviously if you're going to play football in them it's not really going to help, but I don't think I'll be doing that again. I think I've learnt my lesson. But it also adds some softness to it as well. So how you want to apply this is just, first of all, just spray the spray a couple of times out of the way, just to get the mist going. You don't want to just spray it directly to it, because you can get a couple of spits on there, and that's not what you want. Soak in and sort of cause a dark spot. So all we're going to try and do is just put a light mist over the whole surface. Just like that. And I'm actually going to get my hairdryer and just dry that up quickly. Generally what happens is when you apply it, it goes dark, and then you can see when it's dry just because it goes light again. And you just really want to apply a couple of coats, 2 or 3. Again, just try and press as hard as you can on the nozzle. That way it will give it a nice even spray. And just do it from about a foot away. Okay, and that's it.